For the mode, we're actually not doing any math at all. All we're looking at in this case is the most common data point. So thinking back once more to that zoo data, we would have there that the most common data point actually occurs twice. It would be 46 and 44, which both occurs twice because that's not a very widespread distribution there, but we would call that something like bimodal because we have two modes. The nice thing with the mode is that you can use it to describe any sort of data, even if it's qualitative, you can take the mode, but problem is, as we saw with that very quick example just then, it's not guaranteed to have any particular meaning, because you might have the data that's really evenly spread out, in which case it doesn't really say much to know that most of the data is at the same value. I mean, it kind of says something, but the mode itself wouldn't be very useful there. Anyway, let's take a look at an example where we would really only want to use the mode. At a political debate, a sample of audience members was asked to name the party to which they belong. The results are shown in the table below. What is the mode of the responses? So note here that you can't really take the average between a Democrat and Republican despite what you might have to say about the Overton window, so you would only be able to use the mode as a measure of central tendency here. And I do have to apologize because I know politics is a very contentious topic at any time of any year, but this is a good example to prove the point that the mode has specific cases where it's better than anything else. And here, looking at that distribution, hopefully we can very easily tell that the most frequent value is Democrat, so the mode is Democrat. And one thing I should mention here is that we had that special notation for dealing with the mean, but we didn't really have a special one for the median. Sometimes that's notated MD, but not always. That's not universal. And then with the mode, we just call it the mode. It doesn't also have a special name that we use too often, but that is what it is. So let's finish this section here with one more measure, which is not one you see quite so often, but it does come up sometimes. At the very least, it's pretty easy to compute and builds us into our next section kind of nicely, where we're going to finish here with the mid-range.